Image copyright courtesy of BT Heritage. Telephone engineers Mr. L. Hooray and Mr. P.G. Warder were separated from their families for 5 years from 1940. A retired BT engineer recently took files to BT archives in London that show the island's government held the pair back to train staff. Authorities also resisted an attempted rescue by the RAF, the files have also revealed. More news from the Channel Islands. Image copyright courtesy of BT Heritage. Letters between post office managers suggested Mr. Le Hooray and Mr. Warder had fallen victims to their duty, after the states of Jersey and Guernsey refused to let them leave until they had trained others to use the telecoms equipment. Further letters say although the men were instructed to leave on the 19th of June and the 29th of June, each time the decision was reversed after representations had been made by the island authorities. Image copyright courtesy of BT Heritage. The 6th of June 1944, following the D-Day landings, food lines cut between the Channel Islands and German-occupied France. The Red Cross ship SS Vega begins delivering food parcels as the islands begin to starve. The 8th of May 1945, Day, German forces do not yet surrender. The 9th of May 1945, Liberation Day, unconditional surrender signed by German command in the Channel Islands. A rescue attempt was launched by the RAF in July 1940, but British troops again met resistance from the islands' governments. Writing in a letter to Mrs. Le Hooray, the mission's commander, Francis Taylor, says they would have succeeded, but for the attitude adopted by the bailiff of Guernsey, who informed him both men were being retained by the islands. Image copyright courtesy of BT Heritage. Re-established shortly after victory in Europe Day, the 8th of May 1945, when, according to the post office accounts, Mr. Warder decided to take over the post office station in Jersey. Presenting himself at the Jersey repeater station, he informed the officer in charge of the guard that he intended to take over the building on behalf of the British Post Office. The officer clicked his heels, saluted and said, "Very good, Mr. Warder." The repeater station was once more British property.